Book Snark. Jane Eyre, the original Gothic girl boss, by Charlotte Brontë. Snarky recap. Let's talk about Jane Eyre, the patron saint of internalized emotions, moral superiority, and never skipping leg day, because this girl walks through half of England just to avoid a toxic relationship. We start with baby Jane, orphaned, unwanted, and stuck living with her evil aunt and 3 cousins who all apparently graduated magna cum laude from the Draco Malfoy School of Snotty Rich Kids. Her cousin John throws a book at her head, so Jane defends herself, which of course means she's locked in the haunted Red Room where her dead uncle probably still vibes in ghost form. Eventually, Aunt Reed is like, "Ugh, fine, you're Lowood's problem now," and ships Jane off to a charity school that makes Dickensian orphans look pampered. There's typhus, starvation, and a school director who thinks blankets are sinful. Jane's bestie Helen dies of TB in her bed with angelic resignation, which is Victorian speak for "this book is about to get real sad." Jane survives because she's a Bronte heroine and suffering builds character. Flash forward, Jane grows up, becomes a governess, aka underpaid live-in nanny with 0 boundaries, and moves to Thornfield Hall, aka a spooky mansion with mysterious noises, a creepy attic, and an overabundance of fog. Her job? Teach a French girl named Adele, whose mom may or may not have been a cabaret singer or a spy or something. The paternity vibes are sketchy. Enter Mr. Rochester. Broody, emotionally constipated, looks like he smells of mahogany and regret. He shows up on a horse, literally crashes into Jane on the road like it's a Regency rom-com, and proceeds to neg her for the next 300 pages. Their flirting style? Trauma dumping and cryptic one-liners. Peak romance. Weird stuff starts happening. Someone sets Rochester's bed on fire. Jane puts it out because she's the only adult in the building. A random stranger is attacked upstairs, and there's a lot of nervous gaslighting along the lines of, "Don't worry about that terrifying laughter from the attic. Haha, totally normal." Despite everything, Rochester proposes. Jane says yes, because emotional unavailability is hot, apparently. The big day comes, but surprise, there's already a Mrs. Rochester. She lives in the attic. She bites people. She's the reason fire extinguishers were invented. Jane, being an unbothered queen with an overdeveloped sense of self-worth, nopes out, like full-on disappears into the wilderness with no plan and no money, and nearly dies in a field because 19th century feminism is exhausting. She's rescued by St. John Rivers, a missionary with the personality of cold oatmeal, who turns out to be her long-lost cousin. This happens more often than you think in Victorian novels. He offers her a job and then proposes marriage without love, because nothing says romance like a joint relocation to India and matching asceticism. Jane is like hard pass, and just as she's deciding whether to embrace spinsterhood or ghosting, she hears Rochester's voice in her head calling out to her because of Bronte magic. No notes. She hoofs it back to Thornfield, which is now burned to the ground because Bertha went full fire starter before dramatically leaping to her death. Rochester is blind, handless, and finally emotionally available. Jane is like, "Perfect, now we're equals." They marry, live in a cozy cottage, and have a baby with suspiciously good eyesight. Moral of the story? Never ignore attic noises. Also, If the man is giving red flags and withholding secrets about his arson-prone wife, maybe wait to send the save the dates. Like and subscribe to Book Snark on YouTube for more hilariously unhinged literary recaps.